So if we look at children and children's mental development, clearly one of the most important food sources that is required for that is omega-3s. And we do know that children don't generally like eating fish, and trying to get them to take fish oil is problematic because the taste is very often not very nice and the smell is not very nice. And there's also some really good data that demonstrates, for example, that a lot of the fish that we eat, not so much in Greece where you're surrounded by the sea, but certainly in the UK, that a lot of the fish that we eat is farm fish. And whereas a few decades ago, fish would have been the main source of the meal that was provided to the salmon, the farm salmon. Now vegetable oils are used instead. So the omega-3 profile of the farmed fish that we eat, certainly in the UK, and I suspect even in some instances in Greece too, has changed significantly. So you haven't got the same levels of EPA and DHA in the salmon that you would normally have. So even if you think you're giving children, or even if we think we're eating a portion of fish which is high traditionally in EPA and DHA, we might not be getting the levels that we think we should be getting from that food source. So it's important, even if children are eating fish, that they probably do need extra fish. EPA and DHA especially has been shown to be really beneficial in brain development. So trying to get children to eat as much fish as we possibly can is really important in terms of their brain development. If you can't achieve that, then we've been looking at a new technology which microencapsulates things like the fish oil into tiny particles and then putting them into a jelly type format, not a gummy, but a jelly type format that contains no artificial sweeteners. It's very low in extra calories. And by using this microencapsulation, it means that we can get the oil into this jelly. You could bite into it. The capsules are so tiny that you can't even burst a capsule. So you can't taste any fish, you can't smell any fish. And if you put it in a format that is, as I said, non-sweetened, it's got no sugar, no artificial flavourings, but we can use a formulation that tastes good, then you can get children to get their daily dose of something like 300 milligrams in a little tiny jelly that not only delivers the EPA and DHA that require, but also things like extra vitamin D, iodine, which has been shown to be beneficial for brain development, and other vitamins as well that can help to boost their immune system. So it's a really good way of getting the vitamins and certain minerals that a child might need as they're growing, but also supplementing their diet with a high dose of fish oil to make sure that their brain function and their brain development is optimized as the child grows and develops.